Hey everybody, and welcome to The Void, a show dedicated to filling the void between being an employee and becoming self-employed. Most people refer to starting their own business as taking the leap, as if they're blindly jumping off a cliff and into the unknown. This show is here to help you understand that it doesn't have to be that way. As always, if you like what you're hearing on the show, please do us a favor and help share The Void with anybody you know that might be wanting to start their own company. We saw an opportunity to help others understand that self-employment is well within your reach. And just as our businesses have grown organically and by word of mouth, we want this show to grow the same way. So if you see somebody asking questions about starting their own service-based business, please do us a favor and send them a link to the show. I'm your host, Mitch Smedley, and with me as always is David Hilton.
Mitch.
David.
Buddy. Pal. Friend. Acquaintance.
It's been quite a week.
It's been quite a week for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm getting blasted at. I have a very, and I've noticed this, I don't know if it's old man syndrome or what, but I've noticed it for a while. My ability to take people's bullshit and be annoyed is getting smaller every day. It's just a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller.
It's funny you say that on the week that I stopped taking my antidepressants.
Yeah, it will. We'll get into it. When I quit taking them, like the first month and a half, I was dangerous. I thought I was going to kill people. And then I have
never felt better.
I slowly got better, and now it's like, I don't know if it's just the ups and downs for me personally, how I feel emotionally, the weather, the people, war, business. I don't know what it is. It's just right now my fuse is about this fucking long, bro.
Mine.
And you and I have to travel to the East Coast this week.
Yeah.
And I'm worried. Yeah. That some motherfucker is.
It's not like Boston or New York.
It's Baltimore.
Or Philly. Yeah, we're in Baltimore for a second, though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I am we are in our own hotel, and the clients we're going to see are fantastic. So I know it's not going to be them. And
we're in a very
nice area. It's a very nice area.
Very nice area, a very peaceful area. So
and maybe it's just the fact that
you hate traveling.
I hate traveling. But the last since August. So since August, I've been to Vegas. We went to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Florida. I've been to Wisconsin, Iowa, Omaha, Indianapolis, and now I'm going to Baltimore. Maybe it's just that I'm sick of traveling.
Could be.
And I got a little anxiety bug built up, and I'm like, man, fuck this travel.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. I don't know, man.
So
I'm just in a weird place right now.
I don't know why I had this overwhelming urge to be like, I don't think I need these antidepressants anymore.
Yeah, we talked about it a couple shows ago.
Felt like they were
it was the last show. I can't remember.
Throttling me way down and just making me numb to everything.
They do.
And so in the same day,
the care goes you just don't care anymore, and you're like, fuck it.
Yeah, and I also I've talked about it a ton on the show. I take gummies, THC gummies at night to help me sleep, and again, the after effects of those or the long term effects of those, taking them every day, I just felt like I was muted and blurred out, kind of,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, let's just do a complete reset. No medications of any kind.
It's a hard reset, too.
So
withdrawals are a real thing, dude.
I stopped alcohol 95%.
I have not done that.
I mean, totally stopped alcohol 95%.
I got you.
The only liquids I've been drinking are protein shakes, energy drinks, or water. No sodas, no nothing. If I go out where people are drinking, I get an unsweet tea.
No, I've never heard you sound older than just right now. Unsweet tea.
You can kind of get blot out on water, right?
Yeah.
So
dude,
I need a flavor.
I get unsweet tea, and then I just throw 2 packets of sugar. Sweet tea's got 75 packets.
I don't mind the taste of unsweet tea. I mean, I love sweet tea. I love it, but god damn.
Sound like a crackhead.
Yeah.
I love it.
But so in the same night, I stopped taking the THC gummies before bed. And I wasn't doing crazy amount. Like, there are some people out there that are taking like 50 or 100 milligram gummies before bed.
Dude, I don't get it.
And
I don't get it.
Like, to some people, that's shocking. To other people, that's just normal. We were on a 15 milligram gummy before bed. That was it.
Dude, if I take 5, I go to the moon.
Yeah.
Like,
so I stopped that. I stopped my antidepressants, and I used to have like 2 or 3 glasses of wine before bed. Or a really stiff rum and coke before bed, and stopped all that.
I don't know if I've ever heard someone say stiff rum and coke.
Well,
because when people drink rum,
it's
you
like
know what I mean?
It's a 6-second pour.
It's not bourbon.
It's I turned the bottle of Captain over in my Yeti cup, and it's like glug 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 glug. Like, okay,
I know you. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like 4 inches of ice, so much rum that by the time I put in a 12-ounce can of Pepsi, the Yeti's full. So
that's a big Yeti too.
That's a lot of rum. So stopped all of that, and the first, I'm going to say 5 days was hellacious, not because I wanted to drink or not because I wanted the gummy.
No, it's because all your emotions are firing.
No, it was the withdrawal of it.
Yeah,
like. I looked it
Withdrawals
up.
are real.
I looked it up.
Earlier.
The withdrawal, like I felt like I had the flu.
Yeah.
My muscles, and they still do this every now and then. My muscles start like, it's like there's little tiny fireworks going off in my muscles.
And they vibrate like this?
No, not like spasms.
I have spasms all the time.
It's a pain. It's not a spasm.
That's weird.
It's like
never heard of that before.
Yeah, it feels like somebody's sticking a needle into your muscle.
I wonder if it's just the nerves are like, oh shit, we're alive.
Yeah. That's exactly.
We are here.
It's probably the nerves coming back to life. Exactly.
I know I'm making fun of you, but it's like that's why that shit's dangerous, dude.
And so this has been. I think we're on about day 10 of this now.
Yeah, 10 or 12, something like that.
Yeah, and over the weekend worked outdoors all weekend, and it was friggin' hot. Like,
dude, it was great. Do you see how tan I am?
Yeah, same here. Shirtless, like.
Dude, I'm burned from like right. I know people can't see it. I'm halfway down my humerus from here. Dude, I was fried. I didn't shower for 2 days because I was afraid. I was like, ugh.
And so like that was great because I was chugging water all day Saturday and all day Sunday. So flush everything out, and I've lost 10 pounds in 10 days.
Are you still going on runs?
I haven't ran yet,
or just been going long walks.
No, I haven't even ran or walked yet.
I thought you'd been going down.
Well, through all
over here,
I'll get back to it. But with all the withdrawal symptoms.
Yeah.
And the muscle aches and everything else, like that was a thing that I didn't want to add to it. But I can tell you now, like I've never felt better.
I will say
great.
I will say this. Your energy level is up.
It's awesome.
Like when I come over, your energy level's up, and I can tell.
Yeah.
Like, and you have Janine tells me I have this all the time. You just have this edge about you, and she's talking about me.
Yeah,
like where I'm kind of pissed off, but I'm not pissed off, but I'm in control, and I'm kind of like
at don't have any room for bullshit.
Yeah, you're back to that.
Yeah.
Before
I was like, yeah, it's bullshit, whatever.
Yeah, and you didn't care, it's weird that I'm just now realizing this too. This is kind of fucked up. You had been different. And I don't think I had realized it.
And it wasn't different in a bad way. It was just like a low performance different.
Different doesn't mean bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the race thing. We're all different. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just you notice.
Yeah.
Right? And like today, so last week I couldn't tell. But today you were down there and you were like, we were talking to your son and stuff. And you're like, no, this is how it is. No, this, and this. And I was like, oh.
He's back.
Mitch is back.
Yeah.
I love it.
So here's what's really cool, and this is part of the inspiration for this, is we have this on-site client meeting for 3 days coming up.
Yeah, you got to be on your game, dog.
And I wanted to be back to the self that I was when I was building and creating my business, where I was like hyper dialed in and hyper focused.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of part of it, but with your and I's goals with trade wins and everything else, like I need to get back to that, and so this was part of that.
And let's be honest, it's not bad. It's just when you're not yourself and you're not firing on all 8 cylinders.
Yeah.
Like it's just different.
Well, and
you know what I mean?
This weekend was the test, because first warm weekend, I got my boat back from the dealer from doing a whole bunch of warranty work to it and stuff like that, and a whole bunch of not warranty work that cost,
We'll talk about that another day, but yeah.
BOAT, bust out another $1,000. Well, in my case, it was $3,000. So,
dude,
still BOAT.
Dude, like anyone that wants to own a boat, anyone that wants to own a fun car to drive, you are just literally spending money.
Yeah, it's lighting money on fire.
Yeah, it is like lighting money on fire.
But
100%.
So this weekend we vinyl wrapped the boat, which is a stressful activity because
it's tedious, and tedious things are stressful.
Well, you have $1,000 roll of vinyl, and you only have enough to do the boat. Like, you can't fuck up. And so when something starts going wrong and the pressure starts to build,
panic.
Yeah,
fuck.
And so, like Danielle even said it, with as stressful as it is to vinyl wrap the boat, like we got the entire boat vinyl wrapped in one day. Now, it was sun up to sundown, but we got the entire boat vinyl wrapped in one day.
First off, that's insane.
Yeah.
That boat has a lot of lines on it.
Yeah.
I don't like the green.
I love it.
But I loved the white. I thought the white with the brown was like, when I saw it originally, I was like, this is next level.
I wish I could have found the chunky glitter pink.
Dude,
I wanted to do chunky bass boat glitter pink.
First off, no. But I loved the white. Yeah. And now I'm not saying the green looks bad. It is cool.
Yep.
But the white was like, that's pimp as fuck.
Yeah.
Do you think that... So I've thought about wrapping my boat. And not for it to look better or anything. I wanted to put trade wind shit on it. Mm-hmm. Is it going to come off in the water?
No.
No?
Nope.
It'll stay... Like, is it guaranteed once it's stuck and you've got all the bubbles out, like it'll wear like regular clear coat will, or not at all? Or what's the deal?
It just won't come off.
Will it hold its color forever? Or do you have to dry it off every time you pull it out?
It'll sun fade.
Oh, okay.
For sure. But, like, our boat spends 98% of its time in storage.
Yeah, mine too.
So, and then when it's in the water, when you vinyl wrap cars, they'll only give you like a 1-year warranty on the horizontal surfaces. And then they'll give you like a 3-year warranty on the vertical surfaces. Basically, the horizontal surfaces are getting blistered by the sun, and that's what kills vinyl more than anything else.
Oh, really?
And so my boat has very little horizontal surface.
No,
if anything,
doesn't.
It's negative.
Yeah,
vertical,
most of the time it's...
right? Because the hole is shaped out.
I'd guarantee that the majority of that finish is in the shade 70% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So it should last a really long time.
I know we're not talking about business stuff, but I have another question for you because you know about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The car I bought, I brought over, it has PPF on it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah, PPF. Paint protection
But it's only
film.
Like half of the hood and the front
it's the leading
end,
edges where the damage
and then
occurs.
on the sides.
And on the mirrors.
It does, and on the mirrors. If you pull that off, can you just put it on the whole car? Like, can you have someone do the whole car PPF?
Well, so what they do there is they have PPF wrap now.
Oh, shit. So it's just clear wrap.
Yeah, PPF is a little thick
to
vinyl wrap a whole car.
It's thick as shit.
And so it makes it very difficult to stretch and bend and mold around the panels.
That's why they do it like that.
That's why they just do the leading edges. But they do have PPF film now where it's like true paint protection film, but it's thinner, stronger, stretchy, more pliable. Which a vehicle wrap anyway is PPF.
Yeah.
I mean, it keeps the sun from damaging your paint.
Well, I was going to wrap the car.
Yeah.
Teal blue, because I love fucking teal blue. But
Casey Current teal blue?
Yeah. But
That'd
be
fucking cool.
It would be cool. But I love the white.
Throw in a couple minor pink accents here or there.
I was going to do red.
Or the red, like Casey Current.
So the calipers are red and the interior's partially red. I was going to do that. But now I'm thinking I love the white. So I'm thinking I'm going to tuxedo black the top and then PPF the rest of the car.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking. Do you think that guy you were telling me about the other day would do that? Does that? Or does
1,000%.
he only do wrap?
No.
Maybe I'll call him.
He'd do it. So I worked a deal with him. I sent him pictures of the boat, and I had to take off my registration numbers on the boat to wrap it.
Well, yeah.
And so
I need new ones back on.
I need to put new ones back on. And on a boat like that, you don't go to Walmart and buy mailbox letters.
No, I order mine online.
Yeah. You want some nicer designs. Yeah. And so he has a way to print them in Malibu font. and so it blends in with the Malibu
Get
theme.
the fuck out of here.
And he's going to make them in gray for me, so they match all the other logos and
He's
shit.
such a nerd. But it'll look good.
I was going to wrap all the Malibu letters on our boat in black, and then we decided the gray looked a little bit better than the black, and so we left the Malibu letters the same. And so I told him, I'm like, hey, I'll trade you. I'll give you this whole. I have like a 5 foot by 5 foot sheet of
green
gloss black.
Oh, gloss black.
And I said, I'll give you this 5 foot by 5 foot sheet of gloss black if you make me another set of letters for me. He made the last ones, and he didn't even charge me for them. So
and did it. We're gonna move on, but I have made myself a personal promise this year that I am gonna go out on the boat with you more.
Are you tired of complex and high credit card processing fees? The Void Podcast has negotiated exclusive rates for the Void listeners. This program's tailored for trade businesses like yours. And if you're using House Call Pro, switch and you can expect to save $80 for every 10,000 you process per month. Don't let high processing fees drain your profits. Visit empowerpayments.com/the Void or call us at 913-423-1265 now and unlock your savings.
you need to.
I feel like
Tuesday nights, man.
Last year,
if Layla doesn't have soccer.
Last year, I missed out a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, my buddy's got this cool boat, and I'm not into water sports. It's cool.
Dude, one of the guys that comes out never gets in the water.
I just want to go out and
he just loves hanging out with the guys.
Like when you do the
boys' nights.
No, not the. I know what you're talking about, the boys' nights, but the other times when you're just like, oh, we're just gonna go out and float.
Yeah.
Like I got to be hitting those up.
Yeah.
I got to be taking Shorty with me.
Yeah.
And by Shorty, I mean my daughter.
Yeah.
Her nickname's Shorty, but and just spend some time out.
You want to piss yourself off.
I got to make myself
throw her in the water, and she pops up on a wakeboard or a surfboard first time.
Dude, she's.
You'll be like, you're such a little fucker.
She is. She's a better athlete than I thought she was going to be.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah.
So I've said it out loud. That means it's got to happen.
Yeah.
My goal is to spend more time with you this summer, doing fun stuff.
Doing fun
shit.
shit.
We do work shit out the ass.
Yep.
And we just sometimes don't get to spend time just fucking around, right? I'm really kind of sad we didn't go on the ski trip this year.
I know.
Layla is fucking pissed.
I mean, we're not missing anything because they had no snow.
No, well, at Breckenridge. We could have went somewhere else, but it's a pain in the ass. It's not as nice and all that. But
so we had plans for a summer vacation to Lake Powell. And I've got a buddy of mine. I was just chatting with him last night. I didn't realize he was on Lake Powell.
You told me this. Damn it.
Yeah, we were going to go out. We were going to pull the boat out there, rent a houseboat for a week, stay on the houseboat for a week, and then just go wake surfing all over Lake Powell and all the canyons and everything else down there.
Oh, and just anchor the boat up and then...
Anchor the houseboat.
Yeah.
Or beach the houseboat.
Whatever.
And then,
I got you.
And then just tie our boat to the houseboat and go. But my buddy, I didn't realize until last night that was his lake. And he was like, dude, there's only one ramp that's usable right now. And they're
so low.
Because of the snow melt. They got no snow this year.
Yeah. That's
and nice. I just never put two and two together that Lake Powell is fed off a snow melt.
Yeah.
And Lake Powell may not happen, like not just for me for the vacation, but it may not be what it usually is.
We take for granted how many really good lakes we have close.
Yeah.
Dude, there's Beaver, Table Rock, Ozarks.
Yeah.
They're all within 4 hours, and they're huge lakes. Just rent you a beach house rent you a lake house. Rip Brady's.
Yeah. No, we totally could.
We've
done it before.
Just do that.
But we'll figure something out.
What you ought to do? Rent that motherfucker for like 2 weeks. You can do your trade wind stuff from the lake house.
Oh, I know.
He has fast internet. Set you up a little office in there.
Dude, I found a condo.
Do some work.
I don't need a lake house. Like, I'd be happy with a condo. I found a condo that was like $200,000.
Oh, yeah, because...
And I'm like, hey, that's not bad. And it's super nice. It was 3-bed, 2-bath.
Yeah,
it was like 1,800 square feet.
It's not on the water. It takes a while to get down to it.
It is on the water.
Slips. You pull in there.
Yeah, it is on the water, but it's more of a marina rather than your own personal dock. The HOA fees were $1,800 a month. I'm like, good God, the HOA fees are more than the mortgage.
That's why it's so fucking cheap.
Yeah.
You could buy a house for that. I still think you and I need to buy a house down there together.
Yeah.
I can't get you to do anything with me.
Well, I got to figure out my money first.
Yeah, we spent a lot. Both you and I spent a lot of money this last year.
Yeah.
And we don't make that much.
I'm still unclear of my tax liability for last year, so.
Oh, shit. What do you want to talk about, dude?
Today,
we're like 20 minutes into the fucking show here.
Today, I want to talk about how much opportunity is out there in the home service space because private equity is gobbling up all of these big companies.
Great topic.
A lot of people don't like this idea of private equity buying these big companies. And I think it's because a lot of people don't understand what it takes to build those big companies, and they don't understand why private equity wants to buy those big companies. But ignore that. Ignore the fact that private equity is gobbling up the big companies. It has no bearing on you as an individual or as a small business owner. Here's what it does allow, though. Private equity keeps getting bigger and bigger as they merge more and more and more big companies out there. So there is a big balloon, a big umbrella that is forming.
Yeah.
There is massive amounts of room under that umbrella for small guys. The time has never been better for a small guy to start their own company and flourish. Yeah. Absolutely flourish. Private equity, I'm going to say 60 to 70% of the deals they're doing are good. 30 to 40% of the deals they're doing, they are losing their ass on. They're buying a company and the company just goes down to a fraction of the size it was when they bought it. So what that means, there's talent available for employees.
Yeah.
What that means is there are managers of those companies that sold out to private equity that are now newly put out onto the market in an opportunity to go manage somewhere else or to start their own business. And the reason I'm picking on managers or pointing out managers is because a manager is more likely to succeed in the self-employed world than an employee, just because the manager knows a little bit more about what it takes behind the scenes. Employees, I'm gonna hit on that for a second. Employees show up after the fact. Employees show up after you put in all the nights and weekends and all the free work and all of the planning and all of the preparation and all of the everything that you didn't get paid a dime for, but meanwhile you were shelling out money to start your company.
Yeah.
Employees show up after you've created an opportunity for them to arrive. Most employees, not all, most employees do not possess the ability to recognize everything that you did, all the groundwork that you laid to create the opportunity for them. But employees are really good at recognizing the one day you cut out early. And then they extrapolate that and act like you cut out early all the time. Employees are really good at recognizing the nice thing you bought for yourself and then immediately saying, that money should have gone to me. I'm the blood, sweat, and tears that this company is being built on. Because employees don't recognize the months of work that you did for free, and not even for free, that you paid for to start your company. Keep in mind, an employee doesn't want to work an hour without getting paid. Meanwhile, you worked for months without getting paid, and even more so, you were paying for months while working for free to start your company, right? Yeah.
And not only that, like what I've seen in the PE space is the good managers that really, like, let's be honest, the good managers are what turn dollars at those businesses.
Yes.
They're the ones that motivate the employees, they put in the systems, they organize the process, they keep the culture good at those businesses, right?
Yeah.
So those businesses then get bought.
Yep.
Those managers are good at their jobs because they care.
Yes.
They care about the business, but they also care about the employees.
Yes.
And they find this great middle ground where they can create success all around them. Mm-hmm. Their job, employees, their bosses are happy. All of that stuff is happy, right?
Yeah.
They get bought out by PE, and they understand immediately, within probably the first 30 days, these guys are going to wreck the culture here.
Mm-hmm.
They know.
Yep.
I already lost my 2 best salesmen.
Yep.
These guys are coming down telling me I have to treat my employees like shit to make enough money to pay for the purchase of said business.
Yeah.
Right? And those are the guys that know they're going to leave, right?
Yeah.
And like you were saying, there's that balloon of space under that umbrella where they can go out and start on their own. But another thing is your company, for example. Now you have a manager that's maybe not ready to start his own business, but could come in under your tutelage with a great tool bag of skills with employees.
Foundation and platform to manage from.
And then he can come in and be a rock star manager for you with only 5 or 6 employees. When he was training 20 before, now he's making the same money. He's even more happy.
Yeah.
He gets more tutelage from a guy, like I'm just using you as an example, and gets a whole nother grasp and realizes, oh shit, I can run my own business. Or I could stay here in a small company, make the same money, and be very, very happy.
Yeah.
So to your point before of, these companies that are, I know you didn't say this specifically, of 5, 6, 7 trucks, can be extremely successful and they don't have to have the need or fill the need to be as big as the company they left from.
Yeah.
And have a nice little niche in the market where they can do $2.5, $3 million. Everyone, the manager's making $150, the plumbers are making $120, the HVAC techs are making $120, and everyone's happy. The business is healthy, and you all are making money hand over fist.
Yeah, yeah, it is a really cool opportunity. So, like, a lot of people, they have this bad image in their head of PE.
And rightfully so. Like, let's be honest.
Well, if you look at PE for what it is, they're coming in and wrecking companies' culture and all that stuff. But if you look at it from the other side of the opportunity that creates for the individuals, there is so much opportunity out there. I worked at a company that was acquired by PE for 18 months. In fact, them being acquired by PE is why I went there. I left a company that I was at for 10 years. I wanted to start my own company. I was 2 years away from being financially prepared to start my own company. I didn't want to start my own company. I wanted to be debt-free before starting my own company. Debt-free except for the mortgage. And so I needed 2 years to become debt-free. So I left this company that I was at for 10 years that was all in all a great experience. I mean, yes, it has its ups and downs, but overall, solid experience. And I left them on great terms and went to this company that I knew I probably wouldn't enjoy, but I went there with the purpose of I want to learn what it takes to get bought out by PE. I want to learn what it takes to manage under the heading of private equity and all of that. And so I told myself I needed 2 years. They requested my resignation within 18 months. The reason they requested my resignation,
you ass bag,
is because they wanted number crunching, whip cracking managers that didn't care about people. They only cared about numbers and performance.
Yeah.
I don't possess that ability to not have care about people. And it's probably to a disadvantage, honestly. But within 18, I can remember one time, one of our lowest performing guys was in my office, and I met with all my guys once a week. One of my lowest performing guys was in my office. And my boss walked by. And he pops his head in my office and says, "Hey, can I see you in my office whenever you're done with this conversation?" And I said, "Sure." And so,
I knew.
Oh, I thought we were going to have a visitor.
No, I told you earlier.
Yeah. So,
pops his head in the office.
So my boss pops his head in the office and says, "Can I see you in my office when you're done with this call or done with this meeting?" And I said, "Sure." So the meeting wrapped up. I go down to my boss's office, And I said, hey, what's up? And he goes, well, first of all, why are you even talking to that guy? Isn't he your worst performer? And
First
I'm like,
off, you talk to your worst performers.
I'm like, that's probably why I should talk to him. And he was like, well, in my mind, he's got to be performing better before you've earned a conversation with me.
I'd have looked at him in the eye and been like, this is why I could never work at one of these places. I'd been like, you're a shitbag, dude.
Well, that's
off.
That's about the time I knew I wasn't going to make it the 2 years, right?
Yeah.
and so,
bro.
But that's the type of management that a lot of PE type companies are pushing the management teams to behave like.
Well, they think that generates success.
Yeah.
And it's the complete opposite.
Right. And so they requested my resignation. They couldn't fire me. They had no reason to fire me. They requested my resignation and gave me a 1-month severance, meanwhile screwing me out of a $30,000 earned but yet unpaid bonus.
I'd have made them fire me, dude.
And
I'd have burnt that bitch to the fucking ground.
Yeah, basically the way they did their bonuses was you earned monthly bonus, and I now know this is a problem, so I'll say this on the show, don't ever sign up for an agreement like this. You earned a monthly bonus, but they kept half of it. And they gave you half of it. And the half that they kept turned into your Christmas bonus at the end of the year. Seemed like a decent setup up front.
No, that's bullshit. I already earned the money. That's not a Christmas bonus.
Well, until they can you halfway through the year, and then they say, well, that money, you have to work here at Christmas time to get that bonus.
Yeah, I'd have made them
So it's earned but unpaid.
What if you got fired? Did you get it?
No.
Oh, fucking dicks, bro.
And so they gave me a 1-month severance and made me sign some sheet of paper saying I would never talk bad about them, but fuck them. And
For
here
life?
I am talking. Yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't hold up in court anyway because I'm not talking bad. I'm talking honest.
Yeah. Look
right?
at my balls, bitch.
Right.
What the fuck?
But
no.
So obviously I talked to a bunch of attorneys about suing them for the $30,000, and they said you could absolutely do it. Here's the problem. And thankfully, these attorneys were really smart.
Yeah.
They were like, here's the problem. In the grand scheme of things, $30,000 ain't that much money. I would walk away from it, keep the chip on your shoulder, put your nose to the grindstone, put your head down, and find ways to make up that 30. Like you could make up that $30,000 without the headache of a lawsuit that's going to loom for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Before it's settled.
I agree 100%.
Yeah,
with that.
like you can make a lot more than $30,000.
Yeah.
By taking the time, effort, and energy you would spend on this and putting it elsewhere.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did, and I ended up hiring 2 of their people away from them, and cost them a lot more than $30,000, and made a lot more than $30,000 off of that through my own company. But cool thing is, that was back when non-competes were still legal. Now they're illegal. But that was back when non-competes are still legal, and we legally circumvented the non-competes. So a non-compete means I can't go after their employees. But a non-compete does not mean I can't have a conversation that their employee initiated with me. And so I found ways to have their employees initiate conversations with
buddy,
me.
how are you
doing? Then it's all good. And one of those employees is now managing our company. So
Get the
pretty
fuck
sweet.
out of here.
Yeah, that's Spencer.
Oh, old Spence.
So, but I say all that to say, I know firsthand how private equity wrecks companies. I know firsthand how these district managers of private equity pop in for 1 week a month or 1 week a quarter, and they never, ever see a field employee. They never, ever see a field process.
Yeah.
They never see a customer. They never get a feel for what it actually takes to generate the money and generate the revenue and create the good culture. They literally stare at a P&L and stare at a balance sheet and talk to managers, and they'll use cliche words like, what levers can we pull to move this 2 or 3 points?
Yeah.
What knobs can we twist to get a little bit more performance out of this section?
Yeah.
And they're trying to manage a service business from a piece of paper, and it doesn't happen. So because of all that, people jump ship and leave, and that creates tons of opportunity for you to start your own business where you do actually care about your customer and you do actually care about service, and all of those people are willing to jump ship and land on your ship.
We talk about this all the time, relationships build everything.
Yes.
Customer relationships, employee relationships, it doesn't matter. Being a person that cares about your community, your employees, the people you serve, everything is at the root of success.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
Now, is it important to go over your P&L, decide where we're lacking, what are our strong suits, where are we fucked, right? But you don't use that to then go to the employee and say, you're fucking up here. This number should be this.
Yeah.
You use it to say, John's lacking in this area, and you go to John and you find out what's going on with John.
Right.
Is John having trouble at home?
Right.
Does he feel unsatisfied with the money he's earning?
Yeah.
Does he feel like the other guys are out to get him? I'm just pulling shit out of my ass.
Yeah.
But the relationship that you build with that person is what's important.
Yeah.
And I think to the point of PE creating this umbrella is it's created this space that if you care about people in general, regardless of employees, customers, community, whatever, it's created this gap where that stuff is extremely, how do I say this? We know it's extremely important, but it's pushed to the side.
Yeah.
To create that space. So if you can fill that space with caring about community, your employees, your customers, there is nothing but room for growth. The PE has allowed a giant space for growth.
Yeah.
In the home service industry, regardless of it, and it doesn't matter what it is. Electricians, HVAC techs, plumbing,
anything.
It doesn't matter. Caring for groomers that care for dogs, vets, lawnmowers. It doesn't matter. Why do you think all of these little bitty fucking hair clinics, hair clinic's the wrong word, barbershops that have 3 chairs in them do better than one that's got 20 in
Then
it?
great clips or sports clips.
Yeah. Why do you think they make or charge twice the money?
Yeah.
Because they care about the people that are their quote unquote customers. They have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
They have they come in every week and say, hey, how are you doing?
Yeah.
And they talk for 30 minutes on a 10-minute haircut. It's
So-
because this relationship building that I think in our culture now has gone to the wayside.
Yeah.
People yearn for it, dude. They want to feel connected.
True life story. This happened to me about 3 weeks ago.
Today.
No,
3 weeks ago. God damn it.
So we had a warm stint like 3 weeks ago, and I go to get my sport bike out of the garage, 20-year-old sport bike, 25-year-old sport bike.
We talked a little bit about this.
And the battery's dead. And the battery died last year, and I had to replace it last year. And they don't make batteries like they used to. And so I'm like, God
okay,
dang.
old man.
Yeah. Like literally,
I know.
I only got
I'm just
1 year
fucking
out of
with
a
you.
battery, right?
Tender, bro. It's cold down there.
Yeah. And so I need to go buy a battery for it. And it's nice out. And so I bump start it and run it down to O'Reilly's to get a battery. And I buy the battery at O'Reilly's, and they have a core charge thing. And I'm like, well, the core's sitting in the parking lot. You give me a 5mm Allen wrench and a Phillips head screwdriver, and I'll have your core right back in here. They're like, cool. So
Usually he'll come out and help you.
swapping it all out. Some guy, he startles me. I didn't see him walking up behind me. He startles me, and he goes, hey, man, that's a nice bike. And I'm like, oh, thanks. Because the bike's it's 24 years old, but it's in phenomenal condition. And he's like, you interested in selling it? And I'm like, well, it's paid for, and it doesn't really cost me anything to own. Insurance is a couple $100 a year. So, like, I don't know. I don't think I'd sell it. And he pulls out a wad of cash. And this wad of cash is like 2.5, 3 inches thick. And for all I know, it's all singles. But he was like, well, I got cash. And
He worked Friday night.
and I would love to buy that bike if you want to sell it. He says, tell you what, if you're from around here, I just started working at that barbershop right across the street. And if you ever need a haircut, let me know. But if you ever want to sell that bike, just stop by. I'm like, cool. So I finished putting the battery in. And as I'm about wrapping up, I hear this kind of weird hooping and hollering. And I look over, and that dude is standing on the street corner right at the O'Reilly's.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He's standing on the street corner, spinning a sign
For barber
for haircuts.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
And he's like because it's nice out, people have their windows down. He's having conversations with people in the car.
I love it.
And I'm
I
like,
love everything about it.
and I'm like, because we've talked about this on the show before. That's the do whatever it takes mentality to get your business off the ground.
Yeah.
Right? You're so humble that you are not above spinning a street sign and everything else. So I go in and pay for the battery, get it all swapped out, get it all done. As I'm leaving, and I still have no intention on getting a haircut. And I pull up to that stop sign stoplight, and he's sitting there spinning the sign, and he hollers over to me. He's like, "Hey man, offer's still good if you want to sell that thing." I said, "Tell you what, man, I'm overdue for a haircut. Let's get a haircut." And pro tip for the fellas, by the way, time your haircuts with your wife's ovulation schedule. It's a guaranteed win every month.
First off,
I'm just saying.
what, dude, bro? Left field. Like, if there's something that's out of left field, that's out of left field.
I'm just saying. Your wife's a different animal when she's ovulating, and you come home with a fresh haircut. You watch. You're going to do it now. You're going to go get a haircut now, and Janine's going to jump your bones. But anyway,
I can't. I'm getting ready to go out of town.
So
if I get a nice haircut and I'm going out of town, she's gonna be like, "What are you getting a haircut for?"
Yeah, because I'm hanging out with a bunch of plumbers, so that's why. But anyway, so I'm like, hey, I have a hair person, right? But
a hair person.
Her name's Kelsey. She's awesome. My son goes to her too. But I cheated on Kelsey and got a haircut with this other dude. And so,
was he good? Did he do a good job?
He did all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, your first haircut with somebody, there's, haircut's weird. There's a relationship there. They got to understand what you like and what you don't like and everything else. But,
that's true.
I would totally go back to him more and more again if I didn't have Kelsey. If Kelsey folded up shop, that'd be my guy, right?
Okay.
I'm going to see Kelsey today, honestly. But
I don't care.
But
do I need a haircut? Are you telling me I need a haircut?
Long and the short of it is that guy is doing what it takes to give the customer an amazing customer experience. And there's sports clips in town. There's great clips.
Fuck all those.
There's all those, like, they're right across the street from a Great Clips, right? Great Clips ain't out there spinning signs.
No.
Great Clips aren't out there striking up conversations with people, just being a real human.
Yeah.
Great Clips is like, look at the book, point at the hair color, the haircut that you want, tell your stylist what you want, move it through the system. Yeah. Herd them through, right?
Well, and I think there is a lot of, like, the black culture of going to the barber shop.
Yeah.
The community feel.
Yeah.
That we know each other. We talk. No one goes to that barber shop just to get their haircut.
No, they're locker room talk. They're talking guy shit.
They hang out. They go and hang out with their, like, I am 100% honesty here. I'm jealous of that part of their culture for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I wish we had that.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah.
Okay? That's like, we're different but not different. It's like, I would love that.
Yeah.
We don't have that, man.
Yeah.
And the problem is I walk into one of those barbershops, they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing in here?
So I have a buddy of mine that just in Pleasant Hill, he just opened up a barbershop whiskey bar.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's a whiskey bar, cigar bar, barbershop.
I've tried. You know what? I don't want to give away my secrets here. I've tried to do one of these with someone I know.
You rent a locker. You rent a locker.
Yeah, it's got your bourbon, your cigars in it.
Yeah, it's a humidor locker. You put your liquor in it. You put your cigars in it.
About. Yep.
And you can go up there whenever and unlock your locker and get whatever you want. They do sell some stuff too, but you can always get a haircut and a shave.
Yeah.
And it's just like a guy's hangout place, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So that type of stuff is not what private equity is doing. That private equity wants to farm you through the system, herd you like cattle.
PE is Great Clips.
Yes.
Like, if you want to have a real example of it, PE is Great Clips.
Yeah.
And Sport Clips. Now, Sport Clips, when they came out, like, they were trying...
beer with your haircut.
Well, they were trying to
blend the gap.
Fill a void or fill the gap. And to be honest, they did really well for the first 4 or 5 years. They may be doing well now. I don't know. But I don't know.
Here's the thing with them, though. They treated their employees like shit.
Yeah.
And nobody stays at Sports Clips longer than like a year.
Yeah, you're 100% right. But the Sport Clips and the Great Clips created that void for your buddy to create that business of, hey, we're going to have a cigar bar. You can have your own bourbon. We don't have to have a liquor license because you're providing your own but we are still attached, and you can get a haircut and a shave.
Yeah.
Like PE created that space.
Yeah.
For real entrepreneurs to go in there and be like, hey, you know what? Let's do something different.
Let's find something missing.
Let's find something that people want.
Yeah.
So that they have a feeling of, like we talked about earlier, community.
Yeah. Yeah.
Culture. All of those things. It's important, man. I think people miss out on it.
Yeah. Real quick, a word from our sponsor. FieldPulse is the field service management software for field service pros like you. Whether you're a small business looking to grow or a larger company ready to scale, it's got everything you need all in one platform. It has advanced features to run your customer relationship management, estimates and invoices, scheduling and dispatching. It'll help you provide good, better, best proposals. It'll run your maintenance plans, and it will even import the Trade Wins price book. Plus, FieldPulse integrates with software you're currently using, like QuickBooks Online and your desktop PC. So you can hit the ground running without ever changing how you do your day-to-day business. And by simplifying those day-to-day operations, FieldPulse saves you time, keeps your team organized, and gives you the tools to increase productivity and profitability. And it's not just us saying this. FieldPulse has earned an average 4.8-star rating with over 600 Google reviews. To learn more, head down to the link in the description of this show and set up a discovery call with FieldPulse. One thing that I will also mention is FieldPulse typically has a 3-truck minimum. However, if you come into FieldPulse through the link in the description of this show, they will ignore that 3-truck minimum. Yep. And if you are a 1-truck company, you can get started with FieldPulse. FieldPulse understands that listeners of this show are not your typical self-employed service business. And so they understand that you want to work at a higher capacity. And so all of the hurdles that come with traditional 1-truck companies don't come with the listeners of this show. So if you're a 1-truck company or more and you're looking into a CRM and you want to get off QuickBooks or whatever else to run as your, like QuickBooks is great for doing your bookkeeping. QuickBooks is not a CRM. So if you want to get onto a good CRM, you head to the link on the description of the show and they'll get you all set up. So
got you fucked up. Hey, do you think that I gave your kid the keys to my truck and he didn't bring them back, that I should be worried about that?
No, he set them on the counter, guaranteed.
Okay.
He's already back now.
You sure?
That's him right now.
All right.
So
that's why I don't drive my nice shit over here.
He's got Mama in the passenger seat of his pickup, single cab pickup. But Mama's car had I think it's got an AC refrigerant leak. It's starting to hiss like Darth Vader when the AC's on, like.
That's
the last time it did that. It was the Schrader valve got loose and it lost all its refrigerant. But now it's doing it again.
Well, it's the compressor has air in it because the refrigerant charge is gone.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
that's not good.
Trying to get it fixed. So, last time it was literally just a diagnostic charge, and we bought some refrigerant. If
you just want to go to
small service business doing people right.
If you just want to go to fucking O'Reilly's and get 134, I'll put it in for you. I have a set.
This, I don't think this takes 134. I think it takes some weird refrigerant.
32B or 134A. That's all that.
I think it takes some weird thing.
You buy them at O'Reilly's and you bring it to my house, and I have the stuff for car refrigeration.
Okay. Well, we may do that next time. But
the problem is you got to get the leak fixed.
Yeah,
bro.
It needs a leak fixed. So
problem is it's a fucking Dodge.
Yeah. So
that's the fucking problem. It's a goddamn Dodge, dude.
It's leaking windshield washer fluid ever so slightly, enough to leave a nice little orange stain on the garage floor.
I mean, I'm not going to say I told you so, but get rid of that fucking Dodge, man.
Yeah. I want to get her a Ford Everest, but they don't make them in the States yet, so.
Get her a Cayenne. Quit being a bitch.
Nah.
Why? Because it's classy, it's fast, the luxury inside, it's super luxurious inside.
I'm already paying out the ass for repairs on a Dodge. Do you think I want to pay for repairs on a Cayenne?
It'll be less.
It could be.
It's a fucking Dodge, bro. It's a fucking Dodge.
Yeah.
I am not uppity by any means. You know me, right? But dude, some of this, like your F-350, the fucking leather inside is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking Aston Martin I got, the leather inside is, I'm like, there is another level. Now, I don't think
life is too short to drive a shitty car.
That's right. And I don't think that it necessarily transpons to whether it's a European car, an American car, whatever, but in each individual lineup, from whether you get it from Chevy, Ford, whatever, there are some really nice cars out there. And I love you. Dodge ain't one of them.
No,
bro.
it is not.
The Dodge put the, you know where
She
Dodge
just loves the look of it.
You know where Dodge put their money at? In those motors.
Yeah.
And like they are badass.
Yeah.
And they're fast as fuck. Mopar motors since the 60s have been fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They are. But everything else sucks.
Yep.
So you got to find, maybe it's time.
I've bought enough things for a while.
Not
Just
for her.
Shit, she's gotten 2 of those Jeeps in the last 4
Well, that's because they
years.
got stolen. It's the same goddamn Jeep. I can't believe I'm on Danielle's side here. Maybe it's time Danielle gets something nice. You know what?
You keep your mouth shut. She does not need influence from you.
No, she does not. I will push that fucking rock right over the edge, and it will roll with momentum.
What is it? Let me. I think it's a Honda Passport.
First off, dude, Honda, get the fuck out of here. No.
Yeah, Honda Passport Trail Sport.
No.
Them little things look cool.
No.
I'd drive one.
No. No.
But it's not my car, so it's not my choice.
No.
So,
no, we've got completely off topic here.
Yeah, we have.
Since the fucking FieldPulse read.
So, so part of the opportunity that's available from Tradewinds or from private equity is why David and I started Tradewinds. Is because there is so much opportunity out there. It's just people don't really know how to take advantage of it. Maybe you are that employee that never saw the management side of things, and you don't you recognize that the manager doesn't really have it easier than the employee, but you recognize that there is a gap there, and you just need help filling that gap. It's been one of the coolest things ever watching Spencer get promoted to manager, because he used to think I fucked off all the time. And now he realizes, no, it's just a different kind of work.
Yeah, dog was working
shit. Your brain is working 24/7, 365, worrying and processing your employees. You're worrying about your employees' performance, and you're processing their actions and learning how to better mentor your employees, how to get more performance ethically out of your employees. And that's not just sales performance. That's happiness. That's home life. That's everything.
Yeah,
right?
Bad managers do not stress about employees.
No.
Okay, they don't. Good managers got ulcers because they have to have them perform, but they want them to perform so that they can make more money and be happy.
Yeah.
Good managers are more miserable than good business owners half the time.
Also, too,
let's be honest.
Managers are typically... There's usually a performance pay aspect to their compensation structure. And that has to do with gross profit performance every month.
Things that they can't physically control sometimes.
Yeah. One mistake can wipe out all your profit for a company.
Yep.
So one mistake.
Ask Mitch.
One mistake, and now your manager worked his ass off all month long, but because the employees made one mistake, now your manager doesn't get a bonus.
Yeah.
Your employee got the bonus, but the manager didn't.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And so it takes a level of care to make sure that your employees are good. So, Spencer's doing a great job with it. It's fun to watch him grow and develop into it. It's fun to see that transpire. So more power to him. It's really cool to watch. But ultimately, if you're in the position where you're kind of negatively thinking private equity because they're big or because they're wealthy or because they're powerful or because they changed the culture at the company that you loved, take that passion, effort, and energy and turn it into benefit and good for you, and go solve all the problems that you see that were created from private equity doing that. Go create a company that takes good care of its employees. Go create a company that cares about its employees and not just the numbers they return to them. Go create a company that creates opportunities for people to flourish, right? We got a guy in our company that's getting ready to have a baby, any day.
And she's about ready to pop.
And we don't have paternity leave in our company, but we have an active conversation with him about using his PTO or non-PTO days or what, to make sure that he can spend the days at home or in the hospital or whatever that he needs to get that whole new relationship dynamic between he and his girl and now their baby off to the right start, right?
Yeah.
And so that means he's not going to be working with us for, a few days, and that's fine. But rather than going, well, you only got 2 days of PTO left, so have fun, but we'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah.
Like we're not doing that. We're like, you got 2 days of PTO left. You got some of this other, like we have a money bank in our company to where guys can, if they have a really productive week and their paycheck is giant, we don't make them take the whole paycheck.
They can bank their task hours.
They can bank some of their income, and it's theirs. It's always theirs, but they can bank some of it.
There's no hit for banking it.
Yeah. They can bank it with us, and so that way they can save it for a rainy day, save it for a slow week, save it for when they run out of PTO, right?
Yeah. Or they can take it all at once, and if they want to be responsible and save it for when they don't get paid and want to take days off, they can do that too.
Yeah.
But the conversation of, look, dude, you got this many PTO, you have this many banked hours, that gets you paid for 5.
Yeah.
We don't care if you're gone 12. We don't care.
Right.
But you're getting paid for 5, just letting you know where you're at.
Yeah.
Like open, honest conversations with your employees and them knowing that you have their back and are transparent with them.
Yep.
That's what matters.
Yeah.
That's what builds good culture.
That's the difference between a leader and a manager. And if you run your company with a leadership philosophy, you'll have great culture. If you run your company with a management philosophy, you might have good numbers, but you will have shit culture and high turnover.
Yeah.
So those are just some of the dynamics that make the difference between good, wholesome, small companies that any of the listeners of this show can create versus going and working as a cog in a wheel at a private equity ran company.
Yeah.
So keep those in mind. I can say now that every large home service company in the plumbing and heating cooling space in the Kansas City area is now private equity owned. That would put my plumbing company probably in the top 10 companies in Kansas City that's non-private equity owned. Now, keep in mind, I did sell a majority of the equity.
But it's not PE.
Right. I did sell a majority of the equity of my company in September, but it was sold to 5 other local entrepreneurs. We could meet for lunch at the drop of a hat at any time. They're all in the Kansas City area. They're all local. They are not private equity. They just saw an opportunity to get in on what they view as the ground floor of something that's going to be big. And the stuff that we've been talking about lately, and this is what's really cool about opening the doors to more great minds helping steer the ship of the business, we got some really big things coming in our plumbing company that are really cool. We're not talking like double the size. We're talking about like quintupling the size of the company in a couple of years. And it's going to be really, really neat to watch. Obviously, as more of those come to fruition, I'll share how we did it. I'm not too keen on sharing the ideas until they actually work. Because if these ideas don't work, then I'm a dick for sharing bad ideas.
If I don't make any money, you're not allowed to share them on the show.
Actually, one of them...
I'm not going to be partners with you.
One of them involves you making a substantial amount of money.
Okay, well, maybe.
So,
maybe
okay, maybe.
Unless I get a check up front, I'm not interested.
Yeah. So, ultimately, guys, keep your eye out for the opportunities that are available. Don't look at private equity like they're a hindrance to you, because they're absolutely not. Look for the opportunity, because, the cliche term is, somebody got lucky. Well, it is 100% true that luck is where preparation meets opportunity. You have to be prepared, and you have to be able to recognize opportunity when it presents itself. And if you are looking at private equity like they're this big bad thing, then you are not looking at the opportunity that it creates for you. So get your mind off of the negatives and focus on the positives. The bookend for this show is how we started with me talking about getting off the antidepressants and all of that kind of stuff. there were some other things I did as well that were not medicinal, but that made all the difference in the world. I'm super active on social media. I started unfollowing pages that were not offering me positive benefit. I'm considering getting into the political realm in the next 5 to 10 years. And so I've started following some political pages, and ultimately it took me, other people probably realize this sooner. There's a lot of pages out there that are just rage bait pages. They don't even really care about the politics.
Dude, 80%.
They only care about the following they get by rage baiting you into some comments.
There are so many pages out there that literally whatever their sense is of the page they created, they will post things opposite it to get comments and get people on there to monetize themselves.
Yes.
That's the whole reason they're out there.
They're literally only doing it for likes and clicks. They're not doing it because they're trying to convince you of their side.
Stop feeding the machine, you retards.
Yeah.
Stop.
And this isn't just...
And I'm guilty of it too.
I tend to be right of center. I'm fairly centered, but I'm definitely right of center. So this isn't left-leaning pages that I've unfollowed. I've had to unfollow some right-leaning pages because they're just as guilty of it too.
Oh yeah, no, it's on both sides. It doesn't matter.
Graham Allen, for one.
I don't know who that is.
When you get him on a podcast or when you get him talking, it's good stuff. But he runs his social media in a rage bait fashion where it's like, this congressman just did the unthinkable.
It's to make money.
It forces you to click on it and engage with it
rather
than
money.
just sharing the information, right?
Yeah.
And so I didn't realize how much a lot of that stuff was wearing on me.
Oh, it's awful.
And so, and a lot of people, they get into politics for selfish reasons or because they have an ego. There's
some of them
a
do. AOC, stupid cunt.
Yeah, there's a congressman here in our area. His name is Emmanuel Cleaver II, and he is the biggest buffoon ever. And I want to see him toppled off his reign because he is not good for the area. And this isn't just out of
nothing.
Yeah, this isn't
Jackson
just about
County,
so our mayor in Kansas City, his name's Quentin Lucas. He's a hardcore Democrat.
He's a douchebag.
He is. But he actually made a post the other day where I commented on it and I said, I give you a lot of shit, but I'm actually going to commend you on this post here. I like this post is you caring about your citizens of your city.
Yeah, your constituents.
You're not using your platform to bash the Republican Party. Meanwhile, you have Emmanuel Cleaver, who's our district rep.
He's such a fucking hack, dude.
He spends more time bashing the current president than he does caring about his own constituents. And I call him out on it every time. And I've had a lot of talks with some local politicians about possibly running to topple him. And I'm not running to topple him because I want to be in that spot. I'm running to I've considered running to topple him because he's not the best. And if nobody else will do it, I'll step up and do it.
Dude, that's the whole reason he's still in office is because no one wants to deal with the bullshit.
Well,
and
now,
he's just doing it to be in a suit
Yep.
in his fucking office and to be EC the second.
Yep.
And it's like, since he's been in office, that area has gone to complete shit.
Yes.
He's a joke.
Keep in mind, during COVID, he ended... So he's a reverend, but he's kind of...
He's a fucking pretend reverend.
Yeah.
There's a special place in hell for people like that, too.
He ended a congressional prayer. You can YouTube this. He ended a congressional prayer by saying, "Amen," and a woman.
Which makes no fucking sense.
Which makes no sense, but he's just further putting gender ideology on non-gendered shit, right? And so he gets lit up for that a lot.
This has been 5 years ago. He's still getting crushed.
Yeah. So
and amen doesn't mean man.
Right.
What the fuck is the matter with you?
So
Reverend.
You would think a reverend would know that. But I had been talking to some local politicians about what it would take to topple Emmanuel Cleaver II. And it's going to be really difficult. That's really indentured into that area. There's a Democratic machine there that kind of ensures that it's going to stay Democrat and everything else. I had enough conversations with things, and I ran into a guy. I went to some meeting, and I ran into a guy named Sean Smith, who is a current Jackson County legislator, and he has done more for Jackson County than Emmanuel Cleaver II has as the congressman. And Sean Smith is running for that seat. And Sean Smith will absolutely destroy him in that seat. A week and a half ago, I got a phone call from somebody that I didn't know the number. For some reason, I answered it. I usually don't. And they said, hey, we saw a post online. Emmanuel Cleaver made some post about, it was some like photo op kind of post of, oh, I met with all of these other leaders in this area, and we're gonna improve our area. And it is some vague post. It didn't really actually mean anything.
There were like 6 people in a line.
Yeah. He's been doing that a lot lately. And
it's because we're about up for re-election.
Yeah. And so I commented on it,
Do
and I
nothing
said,
until you have to.
I said, basically, the summary of the meeting you had was all of those people can't wait for Sean Smith to kick your ass in the next election. Sean Smith's...
That's fantastic.
Sean Smith's campaign called me and said, hey, you want to help us out? You want to join the campaign? And I said, absolutely.
You getting paid?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
If you're not getting paid, don't waste my fucking bandwidth.
A lot of times you don't get paid for political campaigns.
But it's another talk for another fucking day.
So I'm going to and that's the whole thing is I want to see EC2 toppled by the best available candidate. Sean Smith is by far and away a better candidate than I am based off of his history with Jackson County legislator and everything else.
Yeah, I think he's probably good too.
And he will destroy him, and I am happy to help see that toppled because it's better for the residents of Kansas City to have that happen.
Yeah.
So
this whole complacency, we're not doing anything, we're just going to status quo bullshit.
Yeah.
Like you can tell, it's just ruining Jackson County.
It's the same ideology as this whole show has been, though. The machine that runs the biggest organizations out there creates opportunity for good-hearted people to come in under all of this and thrive. And that's what you're going to see happen here in this next election. I saw something else about Missouri Democrats or something. There's some St. Louis congressional district that doesn't even have a Democrat in the race. And they were making posts like, we need a Democrat in this race. Who do you know? And it's like, yes, that's a good sign as well. So not trying to go political with this show, but it does tie into the fact that the big corporate machine creates lots of room under it for people to thrive.
Yeah.
So
personal relationship trumps everything.
Yes.
And if you can always have your focus on that,
yep,
you'll be successful.
Yeah.
It sounds very stupid and cliche to say that, but it's something we've lost. It's something that people want.
Yeah.
They strive for, they yearn for. They don't know they do, but it stands out when you make an effort.
Yeah.
To form a relationship, regardless of whether it's employees, employers, customers,
politics, anything.
Whatever.
Right.
When you have real connection and you feel like someone understands you, you'll be successful in whatever it is that you're taking on.
Yeah. So ultimately, guys, if you are able to understand the opportunity that's available for you, keep listening to the show because we're going to keep dropping game for how to thrive on that. Check out Tradewinds because we have some digital products that will help you thrive on that. We have a plumbing price book and an HVAC price book that for $300, you get all of your pricing ready to roll. It imports into any CRM, FieldPulse, Service Fusion, Jobber, House Call Pro, you name it. Any CRM that you want to work with, it works with. And between those couple of things, you can guaranteed hit the ground running and thrive. And our base level of Tradewinds is our crew level membership. It runs basically $250 a month. It's month to month. There's no annual commitments. And we have never had anybody regret joining Tradewinds. We've had members come and go, but literally a lot of times when they go with a long-winded appreciation message to us, and they usually mail some swag to us. You're wearing Davidson Home Technologies right now.
Oh, that's from Miller, in Chicago. Love the guy.
And so,
dude, do you want to hear something fucked up? It's not fucked up. The first member we ever had sign up is still a member.
It's still a member, right?
Yeah.
So,
out of the first 10, 8 are still members.
We
From March of 23.
Yeah, we manage Tradewinds just like we tell you guys to manage your people. And that is lead with value and lead with service and lead with culture, and everything else falls into place. So if you guys want to be a part of this, just let us know. You can shoot me or David a message. You can email us, whatever the case may be. But David and I have a very staunch passion for helping you guys take advantage of the opportunity that comes from private equity just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So until next week, guys, we will see you later.
Thank you.